Okay, our first match with this very fancy deck of the Electric Grixis Control slash Tempo. Let us give it a whirl, shall we? Okay, so we got a Steam Fence, that's good. We don't really have any quenches and such, but we do have a Bedevil to answer something. I think this is a keeper. Okay. That's not bad. Because usually what that tells me is that this is their next play is going to be a Johnny's Primate, which then we can use the Bedevil to destroy a Johnny's Primate. If we draw into a cast down, that would be good. Oh, is this just like a Soul Sisters deck? Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay. So we can Bedevil what's going to be the more problematic card, which honestly I think it's going to be a Johnny's Primate. Let's see, is it a Johnny's Pride? No, they don't play something. So, we need to play the other Dragon Skull Summit so we could put Bedevil online. Because we are not. We're going to take the 2, which is fine. And honestly, we don't really need to play into it. While this Orator is annoying, we can take the little 2/2 hits. And honestly, we're probably, if they're not going to play any problematic creatures, we're probably just going to use the Incept to Chemister's Insight. In step, we're going to draw some cards. Okay, so we're going to play down a mountain. Now the perfect thing is we can just discard a Water Grave. We don't need the land. We can either ionize whatever they do, or if they play another problematic creature... Yeah, I'm going to ionize that. We don't need to expansion and ionize. Okay. Good. We'll play an island. And there's the temptation to play Eldest Reborn now. Do I really want to do it now? I could also just hold a Bedevil up and then maybe just an expansion Bedevil. I think Eldest Reborn is the play here. That way I can hate out this little blocker, and if they do play a creature or multiple, I could just expansion and Bedevil multiple targets. So that way we can keep our life total a little bit high, especially if we have to play these shock lance. But it seems like our opponent is playing kind of like a green-white Silesia deck, it seems. Okay, so just to heal his Hawk. I'm going to guess the opponent plays Enchantment Hate, because they're looking at the enchantment. Apparently not. Okay. The opponent will discard a card. A Root Snare. Ah, it's probably just like a way to prevent damage from burn, essentially. Okay. Do I really want to Bedevil? Not really. We're going to wait, because if the opponent brings out a more tempting target, one could say, then I could just use Bedevil on the more tempting target, and then use the Eldest Reborn to bring that more tempting target. Let's see what our opponent plays. They don't play anything. So, honestly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... We're just going to Chemister's Insight. Nah, we should save that for a burn spell. And we're going to just bring out the Orator. And then we're just going to Angraph. We could do Hand Hate now, but honestly, We need to manage our life total, so I'm just going to both use this to remove it, slash, get some life gain. There we go. Now we're going to hold Bedevil up just in case if the opponent has any other tricks up their sleeve. That's a Concave Tribunal. They're probably just going to hate out the Angraph. Do I care that they hate out the Angraph? Honestly, in the grand scheme of things, not really. Especially since we have this.
Well, let's see what the wind blows in.
We're gonna get our search for Escanta. Play our search for Escanta. And the reason why I don't mind him capturing this is because we have Dispersal, because it's his highest cost permanent on the battlefield, so we can technically get Angraph back. Yep, we'll keep that on top. Here, let me show you. We're going to play Dispersal. We're going to... Well, no, we can't even copy it, so... We're going to play Dispersal. It bounces their highest cost permanent, which in this case, it's the Conclave Tribunal. And they have to discard a card, which in this case, they would discard probably the card that's in their hand, if I have to make a logical guess. And then when they discard that card, and there's that reconnect error, as I mentioned in the deck tech video, so sorry about that. It's been a weird glitch with the router. Hopefully my next videos this upcoming week, we'll have the router fixed, so we won't have this weird disconnection, reconnection glitch. Hopefully, but yeah. It's been kind of annoying, but on the bright side, getting fiber internet is actually pretty cool, since it does allow me to upload these videos a lot more faster, so once we get that little issue resolved, making videos will be a lot more... Wait, what? Oh, did it cancel me out of my match? Dagnabbit. And that was actually a really good match. Okay, I'll probably still keep the gameplay video in there of that match, because that was actually a pretty cool match. Still, I hope the disconnect doesn't count as a loss to my ranking. Well, nevertheless, you did see at least a little bit cool gameplay there, but yeah, hopefully as soon as tomorrow, or as soon as by next week, our router will be fixed, so we won't have these disconnecting issues that have been kind of annoying. We're going to pay 2 life here. We're going to pass the turn. Our opponent's playing blue-black shenanigans. I'm going to guess a fodder erasure. No discovery. Okay, then we can opt without a sweat. Do we want Elders Reborn? It's a good card, but I don't think we want it this soon. I think we want more control spells. Though Elders Reborn is a good card. Interesting, they put Vraska's Contempt in their graveyard. Huh. That's peculiar. Anyway, we're going to end the turn. And we're probably going to quench if they fodder erasure us, since keeping our hand secret would be pretty nice. Okay, we're going to play a Drowned Catacomb. We're going to hold up either a quench or an ionize here. Yeah, we'll quench that. We don't need hand hate. No, we don't. Okay, so now we're going to hold up in Ionize. Yeah, we have the Vraska's Content for the Teferi, so I think our hand is very valuable in this set of circumstances. Okay, so now we're going to do that, and then make sure we have 1 blue mana to play this. And then we're going to pretend we're holding up an Ionize. That way, hopefully our opponent doesn't play into the Teferi, or if they decide to risk it, we can at least Vraska's Contempt it, but usually they don't do that. Yeah, they usually do stuff like this. Interesting. I think graveyard that, because then we could just recast it. That way we have Dragon Skull Summit. And honestly, we have choices here. If the opponent decides to play Teferi, then we can just Vraska's Contempt the Teferi. If they don't, then what we can just do is just bounce their highest cost permanent, which in this case is the token. And if they want to counter it, which they obviously don't, so they bounce the token fizzles away, we don't have to deal with that threat, and we're not really wanting to waste our Vraska's Contempt on a token. We more want to use it on their Teferi, which they're playing blue-white Esper control. I think it's a good hunch they're playing Teferi. Yeah, we'll throw that in the graveyard. Okay. So yeah. Well, here's a cute little trick. Okay, you want to look at my hand? I'm going to look at your hand, my good sir. Or opponent. I really... Huh. Yeah, Zatulpa is significant enough threat, though we do have the Vraska's Contempt for it. Ethereal Absolution. This is an interesting choice. The opponent's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. It'll take them a while to play the Zatulpa, but they can play the Ethereal Absolution pretty soon, which then the opponent can hate out our graveyard. Our Drumstart spells. Yeah, I think Ethereal Absolution's got to go. And honestly, we're just going to make it like this because the opponent's obviously going to hate out the Vraska's Contempt, because that's the only thing that's going to make them not be able to cast their Zatulpa, which is annoying, but the opponent is currently at 5 mana, so hopefully, we can, like, dig into our... dig for our Eldest Reborn, and Eldest Reborn the Zatulpa, since they can't do the sack trigger. We'll definitely draw the Bedevil just for the Hostage Taker that they have, or if they get a Teferi or such. That way then we can dig into our deck more. We don't need the land. We will transform that. And honestly, nope. We're just going to dig into our deck because we need a dig for an Eldest Reborn to answer the Zatulpa. Though Aurelia's Viceroy is not a bad pull. And then now we're going to play the second search for Azcanta, just so that we can have this draw engine of just being able to dig into our deck and then using Azcanta to dig into our deck some more. And the best part is an enchantment which can't be hated out by Hostage Taker. I wanted, but I gotta be careful of playing this. I can't play this into the opponent's Hostage Taker, so we have to wait till either we pull an Electro Dominance, or we pull an Electro Dominance, or we get up to 11 mana. One or the other, essentially. Can we dig for our Vraska's Contempt?
Hope we get something good.
True. We'll take the Opt. That way we can dig more. We don't really need you. We'll now take the land and make it enter and tap. Okay, now our opponent, if they top deck another land, they can play their Sitalpa, which makes us prioritizing having to dig. Okay, the opponent didn't. So the opponent, did they draw land? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, we like the arch. We're going to look at our land again.
Ooh, let's see what we got.
Honestly, Quench is the best choice here. Because one thing about Sitalpa is that it can't be it can't be countered. So that was actually one of the better picks. Because they only have 6 mana, and they draw into a land. They're probably going to play down the Sitalpa because they find Ral a significant threat. We can just quench it. Also, that's a significant threat, so we're going to quench that. Because no. No. No, 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 no. And then we can also just dig. Sure, another quench is fine. We're going to throw that into the graveyard. We're going to decline, flipping it. We still get a land. We're going to plus. Ral is at Viceroy. Angraf is perfect. So we're going to play the Angraf. Make sure we hold up enough mana for the quench. And honestly, now we're just going to hate out our opponent's hand a teeny little bit by teeny little bit. Our opponent's assigning with the discard. Honestly, if I was in this position, I would probably think of the Hostage Taker since the opponent hasn't played any creatures yet. But they also know we're playing Grixis, so they might presume that we are playing Nicol Bolas, so the Ravagers. So, oh, and the opponent's like, nope, I'm done. Okay, that was pretty cool. Anyway, that was a game of Grixis Tempo. I would show off more gameplay footage, but I kind of want to cut this video short, / I kind of want to make sure this video can be enough before another disconnect as what happened on the first match. Anyway, this will be the deck I'm also going to try a variation of at Friday Night Magic, so should be fun to test this deck out. So, hey, people were playing at Friday Night Magic where I play Friday Night Magic. Now you know my deck in advance, so let's just say be prepared for it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. This is LevDev, signing out.